I'll just introduce you both and then you can take it up.
Okay, sir.
Hello, check. Voice check me. Hello, can you hear me? Mohit and Shanley, there will be delay actually when we go for YouTube streaming.
So should we join later on, sir?
No need to join later on. The only challenge we have is so whatever we speak, it will take. There will be a delay of 3 seconds.
Okay, that will be fine.
Yes, yes.
Like you told us, it will be one-way conversation, so that won't be an issue, right?
That won't be an issue, no problem. Only challenge we have is what will you speak? Will take there will be delay of 3 seconds. Good morning to all. Welcome you all for today's program, Career Catalyst Placement Preparation Guidance session led by our esteemed alumni. As you know, the key to success in placements is a dedicated preparation and consistent practice. We are honored to have with us today two outstanding graduates from the class of 2023, Mr. Mohit Kumar and Ms. Sandy Kamal. Mr. Mohit Kumar was who secured an impressive package of 41.54 LPA from Intuit. This is the highest package ever achieved by our student. We had two more candidates, one is Sandy and one more is Shivangi, who had 46 lakhs LPA. But due to the current economic climate, their offer got revoked. We have with us Ms. Sandy Kamal, currently working with Browser Stack with a package of 23.87 LPA. When she was doing her internship with Western Digital, on her own, she applied two companies. One is Browser Stack and BNY Mellon, and she got full-time offers. And she chosen to go for Browser Stack as a full-time employee. On behalf of SIT Tumakuru, I extend warm welcome to both the alumni. And now I request both of them to share their valuable insights and guidance on how you can be best prepared for campus placement and achieve your career goals in future. Over to you, Mohit and Sandy.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for your kind words. So, hello everyone. Good to see everyone here. So we are going to give you a little insight about what it's going to be for you to apply for different companies and sit for placements. So that is what we are here to talk about. Mohit, I would like you to share your screen. Would you do that, please?
Sure, sure. So first, let me introduce myself. Myself, Mohit Kumar, like Sir said, I've been placed in Intuit. I've been working there for past 6 months, and now today we are here to like guide our juniors and so on for placement preparation and everything. I will share my screen with a PPT which we have prepared for you guys.
So let's talk about placements, which you guys sooner or later would be eligible to. So let's start by introduction. So the first thing that comes to our mind is like what is the purpose of this presentation. So firstly, as all of your are going to be engineering graduates, there is a very high chance that you'll be sitting for your placements. Many of you may decide to go for a study abroad or something like that, but say a quite good amount, a good section of you all would be sitting into your placements. So for you all, it is needed to be very clear that what you all want to what is all of that which is needed for all of you to be successful in your placements, not just the companies that are going to visit the campus, but also once you are placed and everything is settled, you have to face the world all alone. The college won't go beyond that. So that is also very important to keep in mind. So let's move on to the next slide, Mohit. So yeah, this is, I guess, the most asked questions of all time, which is CGPA versus placement debates. Firstly, seniors who say that CGPA are just just few numbers, it's very wrong. You'll miss out on a lot of opportunities because of CGPA. I'm not saying that you have to be very great at it, be it you be a 9 pointer or 9.5, but please maintain a decent CGPA that looks good. And by decent, I just does not mean just the passing criteria or something like that. By decent I mean 8, 8.5. That would be a decent thing. Matlab, if you put that on your resume, it would convey that yes, this guy has studied. So that is very important, that you maintain your CGPA in a very decent manner. Okay, so that is first thing that has to be clear, that CGPA, maintaining your CGPA is as important as sitting for your placements and everything. You can't just say that I was preparing for placements or I was doing my interview preparations, that's why I couldn't maintain your CGPA. But because you'll not even get a chance, if your CGPA is not something that they're going to look at. So if for example, let's say there are 10 students and they have to shortlist only 3, and uh, let's say all of them performed equally well in their online test, and they have to now select people for interviews, they are going to have that criteria of CGPA now, because that is also very important. Okay, so please, I repeat, don't take CGPA things lightly. Okay, maintain a good presentable CGPA. Second thing is backlogs. I would recommend all of you to study properly during your examinations, and please don't get caught up in your backlogs, especially after your second year, when company visits for your internship as well, because you'll not be allowed to sit for the placements. And by chance, if you sit for the placements, get the offer, and by chance your HR or company people get to know about you having a backlog and sitting for it, so that's about your reputation as well as the college's reputation. So that is one thing you please keep in your mind. Try that after your second year, please don't get caught up in your backlogs. Maintain a proper study schedule, and clear them as soon as possible. Okay, firstly, you don't get into backlogs. Secondly, if by chance you have gotten it, please try to clear it in the first go, or something like that. Okay, and even if you think that you're not very well prepared for your examinations, final exam, so you'll not be able to perform very well, I would recommend maintain a good CIA. Okay, so let's say you have a good CIA, which I mean is 45 and above, and then you think that you have your interview, so you didn't get the time to study for your final exam, and that's why you couldn't get up. So at least it's just X grade, and you'll be able to clear it instead of going through the entire curriculum again. So yeah, please keep that in mind. Secondly, it's very important to find a balance between the two, because you cannot just focus on one and ignore the rest, because it's very important to find the balance. You cannot be just like I was preparing for interviews, so my CGPA got down, or vice versa, that I was so busy studying and making my CGPA, that's why I couldn't get time to you know uh, make prepare myself for interviews. So that is one thing you have to keep in mind. For example, if you want to find a balance, like how can you do that, is you can obviously give attention throughout your classes, so that you have something in your mind. You don't have to wait for the last minute preparations, because mostly what all of us do, and I know everyone has done it, that we don't focus on our classes, and we just study a night before our examinations. So that creates a lot of pressure, and well and good if you can handle it. But say if you're someone who is not able to find a balance yet, I would recommend that you please do it do it that way. So that would be a very good way of handling it. You focus on your class, and then whatever time is left, because let me tell you this thing, whatever you learn in class or something, it's going to stay in your mind for a long time. ठीक है, so it's not like कि आज हो गया and everything will gonna wash out. So one thing is that you please pay proper attention, or if you think that you're not able to give proper attention in your classes, I would say maintain notes. That should be enough, for you to last minute revise it. So I guess that's one thing that is clear. Next, so Mohit, would you want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure. Building a strong resume. So I will focus on what all section you need to add, how to make your resume stand out, and how to make your resume pass ATS. Like, what is ATS? ATS is automatic testing system in which like companies now use to filter the resumes which you provide for a company. Since there are like lakhs of application for a small job role, for STE job roles, companies need to filter them out, right? So they use ATS mechanics to match the resume which are most relevant. They are trying to find the keywords like developed something or worked on something or had an impact on something. They will scan for relevant sections which are present. So how will your resume pass the ATS systems? I will focus on that. So let's begin. So there is a website called overleaf.com. So I will first share my resume. So this is my resume which I use to apply for different companies, or even for interview I use this resume itself. So let's go through different sections of my resume and try to see what all things which you can put in. So like you can see, first my name, then we have relevant links. Like you will have your coding profiles, you will have your lead code and GFC. If you're working on open source, you will have your GitHub link and LinkedIn link. So these are basic communication details like your email ID and mobile number. Now comes your education. So you put in your education, and it should be present for you guys because you are still in college. So what is your skill summary? You put in your languages, framework, database, and CS fundamentals, which you have learned. These are the basic sections. These are not that important, but it's definitely a must. Coming to experience section, this is one of the most important section which is to be looked on. So if let's say I've done two internship before applying to Intervit Continental and Queplin. So I put in the both of the internship, my role, the timings, and where I have done it. It was a remote job, so remote. I put in all the points like developed, integrated, so on and so forth. These are called these are the points which ATS scans for. These should be present in your resume. Oh, like you can see, specific points like impacting customers, or reducing the overlay or timeout for particular seconds. These are the specific points, or you can say data, which you need to put in your resume. So like added 300 lines of code. These are the specific data which you need to put in your resume. Coming to achievements, in achievements you can put in what all ranks you got in different coding exams which you gave, what all hackathon you participated in, your lead code profile you can put in. And you should always put links to verify. Suppose interviewer or someone going through your resume wants to verify it, you should definitely put in the links so that it can be verified, it can be justified, it should not be in error. So coming to project section, you should have.
Just a second. I want to make this thing very clear कि achievement sections में don't put random ranks. For example, if there were 20,000 student and you got rank of something like 2,000, 10,000, don't put it like that, because that shows that you're putting something you're not very great at. Okay, so
Correct.
put a rank where you have sustainably done very well as compared to others. So for example, if there are 20,000 students and you got a rank of less than 500 or 200, that would make more sense. That would create a sense of that this person is like is a is at better place than rather than all of these students that were giving that competition. So just don't put random ranks just because you've given the competition, because it doesn't show the credibility or your own capability. Sometimes it puts you down. So for example, 20,000 students gave you got a rank of 3,000, 4,000. So that just that wo HR ko bhi it gets understood that ki they have put in it for the sake of writing it, because there's no achievement as such. Okay, so try to incorporate that. And if let's say you're not so great at competitive, you're not so great at giving coding competitions, then please I would recommend all of you to participate in hackathons. We'll get to it in the later slides. Maybe you can write about open source, matlab like achievement. Okay, so yeah, please continue, Mohit.
Yeah, so like Chandler said, instead of making something good or making a good impression, it will like put you down. So let's say you got 300 rank in 1 lakh student. That's a point which you can put in. And also I want to focus on bolding the section. Like something should be eye catchy. Let's say 63 ranks among 30K participants. Our HR doesn't have time to go through whole of your resume, so you need to bold the points which you want to be focused on. Let's say in our experience section, 100K customer reached is the point which needs to be seen. So you can bold that section, or the technologies which we have used. Like web AR is a technology that is not frequently used in market, right? So a lot of people doesn't have experience on it. So you can bold that section out. Okay. So we covered bolding. Now coming to project, you should basically have three good projects, I would say, and those projects should be live. No one is going to go to your GitHub to check your coding and so on and so forth. It should be live. It should be interactive, so that whenever someone comes up to your resume, they can go to the live link and check that project out. This gives us a very basic idea what you have done in your projects, or is it being copied or not. So we'll come to copying a project on that also, but you should definitely make something that is not like available very easily, or available on YouTube tutorials and so on, because something that which can be copied is available in a lot of resumes. So it won't be something that would stand out in the eyes of HR or someone seeing your resume. So like you can see, I have made a football AR game. So this is something which I did in my internship, and it is something like which is not frequently available in a resume. So you can put those things in. So this is how resume sections should look like, and how to make a resume which should pass an ATS. There is a website called overleaf.com. This is a place where I also made my resume. So they have all the keywords, like when you type in, you cannot just type in your things in your resume like you do on Word or some template. Here you have to actually code out your resume. It's very simple, very generic. You can use some templates and edit that template out to make it customizable to your resume or whatever relevant skills you have. So you can code those resumes out, and this should be good. This should pass all the ATS scanner if you have all the relevant keywords like achieved, secured, integrated, so on and so forth. Yeah, so that covers how to make a resume and what all sections we need to have in a resume. Okay. Competitive programming. Okay, what all platforms we need to cover? What are most popular competitive programming platforms, and how to prepare for competitive programming? So in competitive programming, I would cover DSA and competitive programming, because both goes hand in hand. For DSA, like most of you would know, Lead Code is one of the best platform on which you can practice, and Code Forces is for general competitive programming. So I'll first go through Lead Code, and then go through Code Forces. Okay, so first I would say start making questions on Lead Code. Let's say you can go to problem section, and you can select any topics or any difficulty. Let's say you want to work on let's say dynamic programming, right? So you can see somewhere it should be let's say you want to work on monotonic stack. So you can select it, and you can go through all the problem. You can see the acceptance level and difficulty level. What acceptance level shows is if a user provides a solution, how many of the solution gets accepted. Higher the acceptance rate, easier the problem, right? And you can also see the difficulty and sort them out. Try to cover like topics like DP, trees, monotonic stacks, heaps, and binary trees. These are the topics most commonly asked, so you should make as much problems as possible on those topics. So this is the problem section. Moving to contest section, Lead Code organizes basically 2 contests each week, or alternate. Bi-weekly is alternative week, and weekly contest is every week. So you should try and give all the contest which you can. Let's say, let me go to a contest. Yeah, there will be 4 problems. First is very easy, second is easy, third is medium, and fourth is hard. You should aim to, at least in the beginning stage, solve 3 questions within let's say 1 hour to begin with. The competition is for 1 hour 30 minutes. Moving on, you should try to bring that timing under 30 minutes for 3 questions and 20 minutes for the last question. This should be the timing you should aim for, and they should give you pretty good ranks if you have not done lots of mistakes or provided wrong solutions. So what ranks should you achieve in competitions? Let's say if you have under 1,000 rank, that should be a very decent rank and something you can put in your resume. So that covers the contest section. Discuss section is also quite helpful. Let's say if you want to see what all questions came in Uber, so you can just search Uber and see all the questions which are available. It will be helpful in interview preparation. We'll cover that later on. You can see all the questions and practice them out accordingly. So this covers lead code. Okay. Let me talk something about number of problems, their ratios, and rating. So you should, the number of questions actually doesn't matter. So how much you are able to solve, that's fair and good. So the ratio of problem definitely matters. It should be in ratio of 1:2:1. Like you can see, 104 easy, 300 medium, and 99 hard. So every one easy problem you solve, you should solve at least 2 medium problems and 1 hard problem. So this is based on the patterns on which questions come in interviews. So definitely, interview has 2 medium problem, 1 easy problem, and 1 hard problem. We are trying to mimic what all patterns comes in an OA, or what all patterns will be asked in your interviews. So interviewers generally don't ask very hard questions as it takes a lot of time. So focus more on medium problems and try to solve them and upsolve them definitely. Whenever you are not able to solve any problem, you should first look at, I will just go through one of the problems. Okay, let's say to some quite easy problem. Okay, let's say if you are not able to solve a problem, you can first go to hints. Let's say if hints are not available, you can go to solutions. You can sort the solutions out and look at the solutions, very basic of it, and try to implement that solution on your own. Try to come up with a new approach, or try to write your code on your own. That will be definitely helpful in long run, because copying a solution is not an answer. It's not a numbers game, it's a mind game. You need to understand as much as possible rather than make as many questions as possible. So this covers lead code. Okay, so coming to code forces. Yeah. Again, I was not quite good at competitive programming, so I will help you. I will help you understand what all rating is and what all rating you should try to achieve before reaching before reaching your placements actually. So okay, let's see. Yeah. So like in current market standards, all of the students are doing competitive programming, I would say. So the competition is quite tough. So if you want to stand out in your resume or stand out in your interview, you should at least achieve for candidate master. If not candidate master, you can go for expert. So this is the rating which you need to achieve. So you will start with a newbie, then from 1,000 to 1,200 you will be pupil. apprentice, specialist, and then expert. So how you should achieve this? Okay. There are a lot of contests which are going on. You can register for those contests, and let's say you can register for those contests. These generally happen at 8 to 5 p.m. and you can give those competition. More than giving competition, it's important to solve a problem. Let's say you went for a competition and you solved first three problem ABC, and you were not able to come up with approach for D1. So it is quite necessary that you, after the competition is over, there will be solutions out on Codeforces itself, or you can go for YouTube, and you try to solve those problems. This is the key to improving your rating, and trying to like achieve better rankings and so on. So let's say you solve first three problems, you should at least solve next two problems. So this is how you should give competitions, and every competition it is essential. You should not miss out a single competition. And coming to problem set, let's say you are stuck on a rating of, let's say, 1300, and you are not able to move from 1300 to 1400. What things to do right now? So you can go for difficulty, let's say 1200 to 1300 to 1400. Okay, so these will sort out all the problems from 1300 to 1400 rating, and you can sort them out based on difficulties a number of people have solved, and try to solve as many as possible. And this should help you out with CP. So that covers CP section. Next, CS fundamentals. So CS fundamentals basically gets covered. Okay, one second. Let me just present it out. CS fundamental basically gets covered in your school, college itself. So what all subjects which are being asked is it's OOPS, it's DBMS, it's CN, and it's obviously OS. So like you need to have a strategy while doing CS fundamental. Let's say for my company, it focuses a lot on OS. So before going to an interview, I will go through all the sections like deadlock, which are most essential: deadlock, scheduling algorithms, sorry, uh, and how to handle deadlocks, some numericals on it. So you can go through all those CS fundamental subjects based on the company. For example, let's say you're trying to prepare for Uber. Uber will ask you a lot of DBMS question. So you can practice in queries. You can practice in queries. You can look at how to make database secure. Uh, what type of database which are available and why do we use it. You can try to focus on those things. For preparation, you can definitely look at some PDFs which are available on GFG. And also definitely there are a lot of playlists which are available on YouTube which you can go through. Prepare notes on that. That will be essential when you are you have an interview and you need to like go through all those essential topics at once. Prepare some notes based on that, so that you can go through them quickly before the interview and you will be ready to go. Okay, open source contribution. Yeah, so like I said earlier, a lot of people a lot of students are doing competitive programming. It's become quite easily available. A candidate master or sorry, expert or a specialist is a easily available target. So you should basically, if you can, actually, if you have some time, if you have the resources, and if you are definitely interested in coding, you can go to open source contributions. Okay, What is the benefits of open source contribution? Definitely one of the key benefits is it's not quite available, and people are not doing open source as much. You can start with basic GitHub repos. I will show you the things I did during my journey. So like you can see in 2021, I was doing a bit of open source contributions. I went to these repos which are easily, who easily accepts a PR, and try to do as many contributions as possible. You need to learn basic Git and basic things like how you should traverse on a repo, how to understand a repo, and so on, to make a contribution. So you can contribute on these repos, try to build your profile, and you will be good. And you can put those in your resumes. Stanley, would you like to point out few things on this?
Yeah, as you all know, like Abhi, the current time, there are quite a lot of people that are doing competitive programming, be it from IT branch, or from be it from core branch. There are many people who are just doing competitive. So the scenario has drastically changed from where it was 2 3 years back, thanks to COVID. So in our times, basically, if you are a specialist at code forces or something like that, it meant that you are someone who's very great at competitive programming, have handled most of the types of questions. So that's one thing. And and who better to guide you of competitive programming than Mohit himself. So and but now the case is, like, even if you are a specialist, it does not mean that you are going to stand out from the whole lot of crowd, because everyone's doing it. And since you have so many people doing it, all of this thing has become cluttered. I myself, when I go through people's resume for referrals or something, I see, like, out of 10 resumes, I have 6 resume that says, I am a 5-star coder at Code Chef, I'm a specialist, I'm an expert on something like that. It's, at a point, it becomes like, me being an employee, think about HRs. So they review like thousands of resume per day. So so we have to keep that in mind. We have to stand out. Open source is a very new, untouched, and very raw way to do that. So when you contribute, it shows that you are a collaborator, you understand the code base all by yourself, and you can do that for the company. That's that thing as well, and it makes you an asset to the company. Okay, so if let's say you're not able to strive a lot of thing in competitive, I would still say that you give it a chance. You give open source a chance. I personally didn't do it, because at our times competitive used to be enough, but I don't think the scenario that is like today, or it's going to be tomorrow. So I don't think that would be just enough for you to do that. So yeah, please go and study about open source. If you get time, please do it today itself. Next. Yeah, hackathons. So when we're talking about open source projects, hackathons, it's like something that has to be there. So when we talk about hackathons, we all know what our hackathons is. So first year, I did not have any idea what hackathon is. So second year, like during COVID itself, we participated in a hackathon that was organized by our college itself. So from that, firstly, there's an experience, that's the first kind of an experience where continuously code for a brief amount of time, and you are very excited to do that, because that's something that you're building from scratch. So what are hackathons? Hackathons are collaborative events where individuals and teams rapidly develop creative solutions, and and they have a competition, who brings the best of the topic. So, but why do we exactly want to participate in hackathons? So, firstly, it's networking. So, if you are participating in, let's say, a hackathon that is that is conducted by some other college, or even your college itself. It's like a very minute probability that you know each and every person out there standing in that room. So it's a very good opportunity for you to network. Secondly, innovation. Often the topics are very creative, so you'll be able to think differently, rather going into the mainstream. So that is one thing. It'll create out, it'll give you the innovation. And keeping the innovation thing in mind, as Mohit pointed out, that in projects, your projects needs to be something which is that will make you stand out of the whole lot. So sorry. So when you say that you have an innovative project, sometimes when we are doing it all by ourselves, that we'll do this project side by side, like it's not very possible that we end up completing. Like I have 25 other projects that are there, and I have still not completed them. But all the hackathons that I've been able to participate, I have completed all the projects. So that thing is, that would add a lot of value to your resume, that you add, that I participated in this hackathon, went to the finals, or something like that. So that is one thing that will help you create full length project and show it on your resume. Third is collaboration. That is like the companies, the work that you do in your company is all about collaboration. You collaborate in a team, you collaborate with different type of peoples, you have a lot of conflicts, you resolve them. So that is all about collaboration. So hackathons, collaboration's best. And plus you get free food. So that is one thing. Second, the next thing, that is showcasing your project. Okay, you have to be good at showing what you have done, otherwise it's of zero value. If you're not able to showcase what all you have done, if you're not, even if it's like a very basic thing that you prepared an HTML page or something like that, it is very important for you to showcase that page, that I did it myself. This is the creation, this is the thinking that was involved, how I chose the color palette, and how I included the elements and everything. Because showcasing your project, conveying what your project is doing is very important. So jo dikhta hai wahi bikta hai, there's a proper phrase in Hindi. So you have to be very good at it. Most important, diversing skill set. It like you have to have a good amount of skill set to showcase in your resume, to showcase you're a capable candidate. You have to have a diverse skill set. Hackathons often do that. Okay, so for example, if I know some skill set, my other teammate know some other skill set. So that is a very good way of learning a skill in a very short time and a very short given time. So yeah, please don't forget hackathons. So for example, even if you're not not very good at open source or competitive, please, I would recommend you to participate in each and every hackathon that is happening around the globe. Okay, make teams, or sometimes people sometimes companies themselves conduct these hackathons and make your groups with random people. So yeah, that's a very good way of learning, and practicing, learning, and creating something of value. So yeah, next. So the importance of projects, yes, that is like the most important topics, because HR is not a very technical people. So they are not very interested in what are the technicalities. Of course you'll be asked the technicalities in your technical interviews and so. But when you are showcasing your projects, firstly, make sure that you know what the tech stack is all about. The working of project. Don't copy some random projects from GitHub or something like that and put it on your resume. Even if you have done, have the confidence, that that know each and every line of it, what is it doing, and all sort of it. What are some good project ideas? Firstly, that is very individual aspect, I would say. What is the meaning of good project ideas? I would say, don't go into what all of the lot is doing. ML hai, to in ML you have this fake detection or something like that. Don't get into every thing that everyone's doing. It just becomes a very common thing. So a good project idea can be anything which is, which is unique, which is not really thought of, which you have given your thought. So so that thing, how can make your project stand out? Again, be creative at what you are thinking. Have a solid answer of why you have chosen this particular tech stack. For example, if you're choosing Node.js or React or something like that, be clear that, this is why I'm choosing React, this is why it is important for me to choose React. Because you can't just say that because I know it. No, you can't just say that. You have to be very explanatory about what all things, why have you chosen this particular tech stack and why not any other. So yeah, keep these things in mind. Again, social media, so that's the, like, the epicenter of where you get opportunities. So for example, LinkedIn is like the mecca of all the engineers out there. So please, please, please don't put anything random on your social media. So like, I've seen people putting, their ranks or something like that, which is not very appreciating, but they still put on. Please get this fact clear, that anything that you are putting in your LinkedIn goes around a lot of people. uh, Depends on your network. So put something that is of value, rather than, okay, it might be an achievement for you. So okay, let's celebrate your small achievements to yourself. Okay, give yourself a thumbs up or pat on your back, but just don't put it out there, because the competition is too high, and you can't just randomly put your small achievements. So for example, if you have attained 3 star in your code chef, or some okayish rank, don't put it out there until unless it's very great. Okay, you do it, that these are the small achievements that you've achieved. Give a pat on your back that you did it or something like that, but don't put it right there. Otherwise, there are things like you won an hackathon. Put it out there, because everyone needs to know you made some amazing project, which is, which is very unique. Put it out there. I believe people might have seen the invisible cloak project over social media. It's going around because it was unique. And and if it wasn't, it won't go viral as such. Okay, so make sure that you put something of value that showcases that you are an asset to anyone that you belong to, or something like that. And most important, you can connect with your potential employers, and you connect with people, those who are working in your dream company. Just don't have a clear picture that, these are the only companies that I'm going to sit for, these are the only companies that I'm going to apply for. You have to be diverse, you have to be very open to it. As long as they are paying you a good such amount, you should know about the company. Okay, so so that is one thing that you should take care of. And connect with, HRs of different companies. It will give you a more diverse idea of what they're looking at actually. So for example, if you connected to someone from Microsoft, HR from Microsoft, so they'll post about, this is what the candidate is doing. So it will give you a clear picture that, okay, this is something which this HR is expecting, and I should be more focusing on this side. So that is one thing. Also connect with the employees, because referrals are the great way of getting opportunities. If you think you'll simply apply and you'll get the opportunity, I don't think that works that way. So yeah, have a good connected team. Please, can we move to next? Yeah, interview preparation. So first and foremost thing that you have to do in your interview preparation is having a great vocabulary. Great vocabulary means a great communication skill. You can't, act more fillers to your voice whenever you are saying. You can't be like most of the time in your interviews. That is something that creates a very negative impact, saying that you know this person is having a lot of problem in conveying the message that they want to. So avoid fillers. What you can do is you can have a glass of water besides you. So for example, if you're framing something and you don't know what to say next, you can just take a sip of water in your brain. You can process it, or just this is enough. So ऐसे करके you can make out whatever you want to say. Or for example, let's say some question has been thrown to you, and you have to answer it then and there, and you are still not sure whether how you want to do it. Just to your interview, just tell him that give me a few minutes, I'm just framing it in a better way. So I do it most often when I have interviews and some questions are thrown at me which for which I'm not prepared. What I do is I ask them, just give me a minute, I'm trying to frame it in a better way. So okay, they'll give you a minute. Otherwise, you being shut down for a minute processing what's happening, that's not ideal way, I would say. So firstly, your communication skills, work on it, expand your vocabulary. Okay, don't just go on to say this particular words repeatedly, next. Okay, just put more expressions, put more punctuations in your speech, and put and expand your vocabulary, guys. Matlab, it's high time for me to tell you, this might be your English teacher's regular words, but yeah, you need to expand your vocabulary to do that. So yeah, next thing is you have to be great at problem solving. For example, if you are having a interview of around 60 minutes, the ideal understatement is that this guy will be able to solve two medium level questions at this point of time. But let's say they want to make you comfortable, they will ask you a very easy question. Then at that point of time, you should be in a stage where you understand that okay, this is the easiest question. So after I have done this this easy question, I should be able to do two more medium questions. Okay, so please keep in mind that if it's a 1 hour interview, then you have to answer, you should be ready for answering two questions at least. Okay, many times you have 45 minutes, then also two minimum. In HRs, they basically ask you for your projects and uh, what have you done, and your internship and everything. So that is one thing. Be prepared of what all you're gonna say. Have a proper set of introduction that you're gonna speak for your interviews. You can't just say, my name is this, I belong from here, my father's name is this, and all of it. The interview is not there to listen about who your father is or who your mother is, where you belong to. You have to be strictly professional. You have to just cater to what all you have done. So for example, if you are preparing for your interview and your introduction, so for example, you can say it like, hi, my name is Shanli Kamal, and I am doing my BTech from SIddaganga Institute of Technology. I'm this semester student, and I usually code in Java. You can preferize that I actually do it like this. I have done these many internships, or I've participated in these many hackathons, and then just two or three of your very great achievements that you think that would be, I guess, enough for the introduction. And then yeah, coding is a necessity that you have to be very good at. You have to be very good at explaining your solution that you're performing, and why this approach. If you're not getting the optimized one, make sure that you get the brute force approach, and then you come to the optimized one. That's definitely all right, but at least try to get the brute force. Also, time complexities, learn them by heart. Every algorithm's time complexity, learn it by heart, that this particular thing takes this many time. So I guess after all this, you'll be good to go for any interview that you're preparing for. Next. Yeah, catering to all the branches which are non-IT, core, or any other branch that is there. So for you guys, it's obviously an increase in the competition, because you're just not fighting for just not competing for a placement. You're preparing for the placements which already have many students appearing in it, so you're just an addition to it. So basically you have to take that thing in your mind and prepare accordingly, that there is going to be an increase in the competition. You have to cater that. Second thing is you have to strike a balance between branch related subjects and your interview preparation, because again, CGPA matters a lot. No one's going to see ki what subjects were you having in your curriculum, but they're going to see your CGPA. So maintain it while preparing your interview, while preparing for your interviews. You can ask your seniors, those who have done that, so they'll tell you how they did it. So that's one thing. Other thing is that you need to advance your skill set to make you stand out. For example, there are 3 students, you being one of them, there's just one opening, and you are someone, let's say there are 2 students, one opening, and you are from some other branch, the other person is from IT branch, and so there and your CGPAs are almost same. So there's a high chance that the person who is from the related branch would get hired. But if you really want to make yourself stand out, you have to have better projects, have better competitive ranking, have better experience. You have to be a better skill set. You have to be um, you have to be a little extra step rather than everyone, every competition that you have out there, that would require like 2x the efforts that a person who's from CS or IT is putting in. So please keep that in mind while preparing. So yeah. So yeah, that was from our side. I hope you find it a little how you got a little picture of how your placement is going to be. So prepare well. I just hope that I was just not defenestrating some random words at you and you find something of valuable. If you have any question, this is the link, chat pe we have shared. You can go here and you can ask questions there. You will be ready to answer. Mohit, I guess we have to chat pe show the link because it's a live. I don't think they have access to this link.
Sandy, hope we are done with the session, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks to Sandy and Mohit for taking out your time. Now, from last 1 week, I'm pursuing with you to prepare and points to be discussed. Thanks for your nice presentation and insights. We'll meet in campus once we are back to Bangalore. Again, we will have a physical session where you can, come and meet our students and guide them. I wish you all the very best for both of you and also to the students who are part of this program. Please, this recording will be available in that link. You can go through whenever you want. Our main intention is we want to give you the best because we have a lot of companies. At the same time, companies are also having expectations. It's our responsibility to gear up for that. If you thoroughly prepare, definitely you have, very good packages in front of you when you come to final year. So the second year subjects are very much important. Don't neglect it. It can be any branch. Our branches, especially when you come to our companies, they ask more on second year subjects. For the programming side, even they stress on basics very much. Please focus on it. Enhance your skill set. CGPA is one side, and your other skill set matters a lot in campus hiring process. CGPA is a entry point, but once you get into the process, you have to write the online test. Online test will have its own domain tests, coding test, everything. So please prepare for it. You have better things in your, when you come to final year. Don't neglect placement. Don't prepare for placement when you come to 7th semester. That's a mistake most of the people are doing. Preparation should start from, first year itself. The resume building should happen from the first year itself. With this, I thank both Mohit and Sandy for joining this session. Thanks for your support, for making our students' life better in future. Thank you, Mohit and Sandy. We'll wrap up this session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for having us.